Yo, yo, yo. What it do? What it do? What's good? What's good? What's good? Today we are live on IG, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. IG, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. All right. If you haven't yet, make sure to check out our latest video that we just posted. Where did that video go? Make sure to check out our latest video that we just posted on the YouTube channel, the short, YouTube short, IG, and TikTok. All right, today we got one video that we're gonna really break down. Watch. I'm gonna answer some questions in the chat, and then we go from there. All right. I got an ad right now, so let me just get through this ad and then we start the video. Shout out once again to Couch Potato for the content. Appreciate you, cousin. Helping us out, helping us everybody get better. All right. Without further ado, let's get this thing going. Make sure to sub to the YouTube channel if you haven't. We've been steadily growing. All right, we're 17.4 right now, so let's keep running that thing up. The goal is to get to 25 hopefully soon by spring, but we could definitely do it if we stay consistent. So let's get right to it. All right. First rep, you already know we got to slow it down. Boom. Okay, now kick. See that right there. If we, right here, and work to kick instead of opening up immediately, now we just kind of just open the gate a little bit. Now he's just got a free release. We're still in decent position, but we just want to make sure we make him take a wider angle, right? We want him to take wide releases. My fault. Let me move this. Wide releases so we can use the sideline as extra defender, help us a little bit more. And then, it's a harder throw. Harder throw, harder catch. And you know we got to see the hip drop, right? We got to see the hip drop. Patient, good. That's a little bit better right there. Boom, kick. Crossed over a little bit, but the angle is better. Now we just got to be careful, guys. We're in good position. This two-hand running like this, it's not going to help us, right? Because now look, we expose ourselves for the receiver to push us off. We're running in an awkward, right? We're running awkwardly, right? And now we can't see our eyes are not disciplined, can't see the receiver hip drop. Now we're out of phase. Good. Play the hands. So, when you're going against somebody, a lot of people are asking me this question when you're going against somebody bigger than you, somebody taller than you, right? What can we do, right? Like I always say, there's not a secret technique against going against somebody taller than you, but there's ways that can help you. So he's in man turn right here. Chest to chest with the receiver. At this point, we have to attack the ball. The receiver's attacking the ball before we attack the ball, right? And now we're not able to jump as high because we're a little bit off balance, right? You have to make sure you're balanced. You have to be able to attack the ball, right? Don't wait for the ball to get to the receiver because what is the receiver, especially a taller receiver, he's going to go up and get it, right? He's going to go up and get that. So you got to make sure that we attack the ball. If we see it, don't wait for it, attack it, right? And then now at this point right here, you got to fight to get this ball out. You got to punch through, you got to rip, you got to pull one of his arms down, try to aim for the opposite wrist, the secure hand, and rip it down and take him to the ground. Right? Patient, good. I would have shot a hand. Still in decent position. Run. Back shoulder. Good job. Good job. Good. Drive. Just get out that break. He rounded it a little bit. Right? Ooh. Oh, heck no. Play the hands. Oh, come on. First of all, the man did a 2-yard hitch. Or let's say 4. Maybe 4. 3, 4. Hitch. Spun. And go, right? So you got to understand, guys. Here, he sit. Just keep your eyes on him. Keep your eyes on him. Don't take a peek. Now get in position. Break to the upfield shoulder right here. This shoulder is right here. Work to that shoulder so we can collision it, right? So if we collision that, now we're in better position to run with him. Now we just got to run, and get ready. Now, back shoulder. What I always say about back shoulder, right? The face mask look back, right? The far shoulder turns towards you. Back shoulder, right? Face mask is looking back. That far shoulder turns towards you. It's a back shoulder. Did he get 2 feet in? Let's see. Out of bounds. We're good, right? Careful with your footwork right here. Boom. Don't get on your heels. You see how he's getting on his heels right here? Getting on his heels. You don't want to get on your heels. All your waist back, you're going to stumble, right? Now we open the gate. Now we're chasing, right? Close the space. Now, we're near the goal line, so we got help. Throttle down. Play the receiver's hands. He might have called that, referee, maybe. But if he didn't, we good. Hold on, let me answer some questions. My fault. Let's see. Would you say playing some reps at wide receiver could benefit you as a corner? Yes. That's a very good question, Amar. Yeah, for sure. I think, honestly, what I used to do, after my DB workouts, I would run routes. I would run the whole passing tree, and I would try to run it how receivers run it. So I could understand what they're trying to do. Understand the route, the process of running the route. What are they trying to do, right? Understand the breaking point for routes. So I'll try to do that. I will run it after, and I'll do that as conditioned. So I'll just run a route, jog back, run the next route, jog back, run the next route. You know what I'm saying? Do the whole passing tree, right? And then there's days where if I have a partner, he will run the passing tree, and I'll just work my technique against it. Off man. If I know I'm struggling off man, I'm working it. Right, staying square in my pedal, weaving, breaking, and then we jog back next route. That's a good conditioning workout with you and your a friend, right, or a teammate. Because now he's working on his routes, you working on your how to stop the routes, and then on top of that, you are working your technique when you're tired, right? When you're tired, very important, right? You got to understand that that's when you really got to lock in. When you're, fatigued. The fatigue start kicking in, the technique starts slowly creeping out. They slowly start going away. That's when you got to really lock in, right? Got to really lock in. Yes, sir. No problem, man. Ladder drills for DBs. I got a whole video on that, Money, on the YouTube channel, cousin. How would I be able to speed up and strengthen my press if the receiver is... How would I be able to speed up and strengthen? So strengthen your press, honestly, it's a lot of, single arm bench, right? Close grip bench, a lot of shoulder work, right? Those is going to help you when you press. But also making sure you got good pad level when you shoot. You don't want to shoot when you're standing straight, right? And on top of that, what is it called? Angles. Your technique is going to help you, especially against a faster receiver. your technique got to be very important, right? Technique is faster, bigger receiver. If you're in a good position, he's going to have to do an extra move, and that's going to get him out of his landmark, right? Understand hezzy moves have numerous releases to them. Yes, 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 for sure. Hezzy move has numerous releases to them. So understand your leverage, understand and being patient, keeping your eyes disciplined, right? And a lot of times, and I always tell guys, if a receiver's at the same spot and he's doing all this stuff and you're patient, shoot a hand and control him, right? I say that because it's hard for you to sit here and he's doing all this stuff and then you're just being patient. It's hard to mirror it, right? Especially if you're not at advance, right? And your eyes are not that disciplined. So as soon as he's doing all that, shoot a hand. So now that's gonna speed him up, and he's gonna have to go where he needs to go immediately. He's gonna knock that hand down. He's gonna be like, all right, I gotta go. So now then he's going, and now I got you, right? But if you sit here as hell, and then he gives you a move, and you fall for this, and you hop here, he goes back inside. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference right there. So understand your leverage, disciplined eyes, being patient, staying square. All that stuff is gonna help you a lot. Right there, right? So receiver's doing all this dancing stuff right here. He's still the same spot. Remember, you got inside leverage, right? Maintain that inside leverage. Shoot a hand. Shoot a hand and control it, right? Eyes go up. Our feet starting to widen. Now we move. We out of position, right? We hop outside. Play the hands now. Good job. Is it incomplete? Incomplete. Incomplete, not bad. But we got to make sure the technique at the beginning is very important. I'm guessing my homie is in the Senior Bowl. His name Mac McWilliams. He plays for UCF. Oh, yeah. We just saw him. He had a good rep. We just saw him not too long ago. He didn't get he had a good rep. He didn't get cooked. He had a good rep not too long ago. Yeah. We just watched him. Feet was dead. Facts. Feet was dead. I'm a freshman in high school and a smaller guy. I'm struggling with defender jump ball. Literally just went over this too. That's the crazy thing. Gotta compete, man. Technique is gonna be huge for you, right? You gotta make sure that you attack the ball. We had a rep that we just went over. Attack the ball. Don't wait for the ball to come to you because the receiver's going to attack it. So you got to attack at the highest point, right? Understand playing through the receiver's hands is going to be huge for you. Fighting and taking the receiver to the ground. And ripping that near arm, ripping that far wrist away from the ball. All that stuff is going to be huge. Has his hands just hanging. I coach right before the snap. Both hands come up, ready to box. See, coach, that's a good point. So on that one, I get why some people have, they teach people their hands up, and then some people I prefer for me. I like to keep my hands down. The reason why is because I know if my hands is up, I'm instantly ready to shoot. I want to be in position first to shoot my hands. Right? That's just me though. That's why I teach. That's why I don't like, I tell kids like, hey, whatever works for you, as long as you're in position, that's good. Because me, I know if I shoot my hands, my feet gonna stop. I always want to have my feet moving, and that's just me. You know what I'm saying? So that worked for me, and I figured out because when I used to do my hands up, but then I always go here, and then my kick step is not in position anymore. All that my technique's off because I'm here, right? So I worked on just keep my hands down, be patient, then shooting my hands. Right, and that's just a preference I had. If you got the guys that that can do it, yeah, hands is up. It's a good one, right? But for me personally, I had to keep my hands down. That's a coach. A coach actually told me that. It's like, hey, put your hands down because you get a habit of shooting your hands first, and then you put yourself out of position. So that helped me a lot. So that's why I don't. When it comes to hands up, hands down, preferably how the athlete is. That's how I go with it. Right, as long as you're able to press, move your feet, and be in position, it don't matter, right? My shorter DBs, I coach the time of the jump. Don't jump at the same time. Yes. Give it one second. Yep. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Feed froze. Let me see. Hold on. What to do against wide receiver who likes to be physical at the line? When you be physical with him, cousin. Be physical with him. Do you have any tips to get better at route recognition? Film. Watching film, understanding film, learning the wide receivers splits, alignment, all that stuff would be huge. All that stuff would be huge. Double move, collision the route. You know the route. Go look for the ball. Oh my gosh. Now we know the route right here, right? Go look for the ball. Go be the receiver, right? We're a little too late tracking the ball. He's out of bounds though. And I like the fact that he collisioned the route, which is good right there. That's what we got to do against double moves. Lean and locate. Now look where the receiver's at. He's out of bounds. Right? Little things. Little things. If you're going against a taller receiver and you jump at the same time, he's going to go higher than you, right? So that's where we got to jump. We got to locate the ball and attack it, right? Don't wait for him to jump for you to. If you're in great position, go be the receiver and attack the ball, right? But if you're going against a taller receiver, you try to jump at the same time, you know what I'm saying? He's going to get up higher than you. Does lining up on the inside or outside shoulder depend on the play call, or is it always one of the... It depends on the play call, the coverage, depends on the receiver's alignment, right? It depends on a lot of situations, right? The down the distance, what are we trying to take away? You know, stuff like that. The coverage, are we in zone? There might be outside leverage, might be playing the flats, we want to force him inside. You know what I'm saying? If he lines up a tight split, we want to be outside leverage. He lined up a wide split, we want to be inside leverage. So it's a lot of things. T was good. T Mallory was good, cousin. I'm working on your video, by the way. I ain't forget. I got you. Going off what JT said, would the answer still be the same if you don't have film on the team you're playing? Still watch over the... Yes. So, if you don't have film... I would say this. If you don't have film about the team you're playing, just watching film, get basic knowledge, understand it, because if you watch film, a lot of teams do have a lot of similar tendencies, right? So watch that film of, obviously, I think you're going to eventually get film of the team you're going to play, but understanding how to watch film, what to look for, all that stuff will play a huge part in understanding what to do in certain situations and everything. What college do you play? I play for University of Maine. University of Maine. That's where I played at. All right, let's get back to it. Not bad. Play the hands. Good. Not bad. Now, all I would say is this, though. Don't motor too far out that you're out of your striking zone. So right now, we can't strike him, right? We can't touch him, right? Still, you can motor, but still stay within your striking zone so you can get a hand on him. But I love the finish. Play through the receiver's hands, get that thing out of there. Not bad. Drive on it, play the hands. Oh, come on, we got to play that hands. We got to play the hands. Have you seen Tay Felton? I don't think so. I haven't really been paying attention to the names. I don't think we have. Kitty, that would start some money. That would start the process, but at the end of the day, they're still gonna watch your film. They're gonna have to watch your film and see how you play with pads, see how you play in game and everything. And now this is another thing. A lot of DBs have a bad habit of. So watch him right here. I know he probably wasn't as ready, so I'm not gonna really critique him too much. But a lot of DBs, when they drop their hands, their feet stop, right? And now, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of DBs, they start out here and they drop their hands and their feet stop. I had a problem with shooting my hands and my feet stop, right? So that's why I did the opposite. I kept my hands down, so I purposely had to move my feet. Some DBs keep their hands up and then don't even use their hands, don't move their feet. They drop their hands, the feet widen, right? So that's another thing that we got to be careful with is you got to understand what works for you, right? You got to understand if you got your hands up, you shooting your hands, but your feet are moving at the same time, right? Feel the lean of this one, right? You got to feel the lean of the receiver. He's leaning into us. He's getting ready to push off and break away. So feel that lean. Get ready to anticipate that break. Let me answer some questions. Hold on. That's my boy. I'm here to. Okay, bet that. Let's see. Yo, coach, I got an invite to a college coach showcase camp, but it's pretty expensive. You think I should go? See, this is the thing. This is how I see these showcase camps. A lot of times it's mass invites to everybody, right? Now, if it's an invite from specifically a coach, it's like, hey, I'm going to be at this camp. I want you to be there. If you got the bread to do it, go ahead and do it. But if it's one of them showcase, they charging $200, $300, I don't think you should go, cousin. If it's like $150 and you got it, you know what I'm saying, then go ahead. But the best camps really to go is to the ones, the college camps, right? You go into the camps at the college that they invited you because they're going to have so many other schools there, right? They're going to have all this exposure there, right? You're going to go against a lot of competition, everything. That's where you're going to make more money. When they go to these showcases, right, you got to be careful. It's not one of them showcases that somebody just made and then just going to record it and then say they're going to send it to all these colleges. Because 9 times out of 10, they ain't sending it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that when it comes to that situation, you got to make sure it's the right showcase. It's going to actually be coaches, scouts there, right? And then you got purposely invited there too. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of those mass invites that everybody's going. I'm already planning camps over this. Yes, sir. Yep. Maybe. Depends on the scout. Money. Depends on the scout. Coach, since I'm playing strong safety, how do I make a big hit that makes... Let me think twice if I catch it. See, I'll tell you this, man. Taking a good angle, seeing your target, driving your feet, all the simple stuff, right? Don't worry about, like, trying to boom him, right? Still have to have your technique and everything, but make sure you bring that. You don't stop your feet when you make contact. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people stop their feet, and then it's not as a hard hit as it should be, right? He was very high on the lean, no hips under him. While he bailed in my advice and gave the, yeah, exactly. Yes. He was definitely high. Yeah, he was actually taller than, let's go back. He was actually higher than the receiver on the lean. Absolutely right. Yep. Absolutely right. Great point, coach. I got a 7.7 at the University of Memphis in 4 months. How do I show out? Ball out. Just play ball, man. Play ball out. You guys got to understand that when he goes to these camps, these 7-on-7, at the end of the day, football is going to be football, right? Your technique, you competing, you making plays, that's how you're going to stand out, right? You showing high effort, right? All that stuff is going to help you stand out. You don't want to go to a camp and start changing things that you haven't worked on. Don't start doing different technique that you haven't worked. You still got to do your job. You still got to do your technique that you've always been comfortable working at and improving and everything. And you know what I'm saying? Don't go to a camp just like, oh, I'm going to do this. Like, no, like you practice, you got better, you worked at this technique. Now go to the camp and do those techniques. Go to the camp and ball out, right? Don't let these camps overcomplicate you, stress you out so much that you come out your game, right? You got invited to these camps for a reason because they seen something in you, right? So you go to that camp, you just be yourself, right? Compete, have fun, and dominate, right? Work the technique that you good at, right? Showcase your talents, but don't go out there, uh, don't go out there and then watch Team Eyeland videos like, oh, he talking about catch shock and control press technique. I'm gonna do that if you haven't worked that, right? No, like you got to prepare yourself for these camps, right? I always tell guys, prepare yourself to be successful. You don't want to be you don't ever show up to a place and just happen to be successful. Everybody who's successful prepared themselves for that moment, prepared themselves for that situation, and they became successful because they worked at it. You get what I'm saying? So understand that you got to make sure you store yourself. You're working the technique that you work on, and you go out there and just let football be football. Don't overcomplicate anything. Just because a scout is there recruiting you and everything doesn't mean you have to do all this extra stuff. You get what I'm saying? Be coachable and open-minded. Facts. And that's the thing, guys. When you go to these camps, a lot of times people forget that you go into these camps to get better, right? You go into these camps, they're going to coach you. They're going to look at you. They're going to see things they like about you, and they're going to come at you and be like, hey, man, good job here, but you should have done this. Good job here, but you should have, you know what I'm saying? So be coachable too, right? You got to remember these camps is also a way for you to get better. Learn new technique, right? Learn new things. Appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you. I'm from UK. How can I get my name out to the scout? Oof. So I'll tell you this, man. The biggest thing is posting your stuff online, man. Like Twitter. I keep saying Twitter. X. That's going to be huge. Sending your film out to people is going to be huge, right? All that stuff is going to be big. Directly from Brazil. Yes, sir. Hey, that's what's up, man. Appreciate you tapping in. When school build interest, does that mean you're close to an offer? No, it doesn't mean that, money. Because you got it. They build interest, but they also got other people, right? So think of it, if they're interested in you, they got like 4 other people at the same position, right? So now you guys are just pretty much competing for that scholarship, right? So you got to understand that it's not necessarily they're close to offering you just because they got interest. Let's get back to it. Money grab, yup. I know someone who actually gained 71 FBLs up from playing spring ball. That's what's up. That's what's up. See, like, you got to understand, spring ball is a little different in high school for other people. You guys, Money was saying with pads and everything. We didn't have, like, spring ball in Arizona, there's no pads. So that's like, you get a showcase, right, where coaches come out here and watch, but they still end up watching your film with you in pads. But if they see you in pads, you know what I'm saying, and see how you play, they're still going to watch your film. If you got good film, they're still going to end up watching your film, evaluating you. But then that spring ball, what you do in spring ball is just going to be the icing on the cake. What did we do wrong? Patient, good. But shoot the wrong hand, no kick step, crossover, reach in. Okay. Now, just finished the play. Now, right here, we're in a trail technique. He breaks in. It's hard to see this angle. I wish we had the other angle so we can see where he was at. If he was directly behind him, if he was shaded inside or outside. Looked like he's shaded outside. Yeah, it looked like he was shaded outside. But right here is what hurt us. Right here. Boom. Popping it up a little bit. See, not right. See, if he's giving us a move here, be patient, right? Boom. Kick. Shoot your hands. If he's here and he's going in, kick 2-1. Or just 1 right here. But he shoots the wrong hand right here. That's what hurt us. That's what hurt us right there. Then he climbs. And now we're in a trail technique. And we're out of position a little bit. Ever since Beck left LSU, he's been bad. I don't know. He probably has. I don't know. Where you play ball? I played at University of Maine. Played at University of Maine. Yeah, I do watch high school film. Jug. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. If we're gonna do a jump jam, right? You can't miss. Now I don't know why he. You gotta be. Oh man, you gotta make sure you don't miss, right? And on top of that, guys, jump jam is certain situations, right? You're already in the goal line, right? You got extra help. This is not the time to do a jump jam. Really, this is my opinion. Not the time to do a jump jam. It's one on ones. You could. I know people work different techniques and everything doing one on ones. Yes, but certain you got to know the situation, right? You have the goal line. If you miss here and he keeps, you're beat because you're so like this. Everything happens so much faster near the goal line. Now, I don't know why he ran this route. I would have just kept going on this one as a receiver. But you got to understand that this right here, you got to time it. You got to move. Remember your leverage, right? You got to strike and reset, right? You don't want to just strike a lunge and then miss. It's a strike, a quick strike, boom, and then reset. And now you're able to mirror the release. Right? But if you strike lunge, you miss, there's no resetting. You're instantly beat, right? Instantly. So when is the time? So I'll tell you this. The best time to do is when you have help over top. So if you're playing two-man, right, you could do a jump jam. Because now if you miss, you could just simply just trail, right? Cover two, when it's cover two, you're playing outside leverage and press, you could do a jump jam and beat them up, right? But cover zero, don't do it. Cover one, don't do it, right? You know what I'm saying? But those are the situations where you cover three, definitely don't do it. You got deep thirds, I do not want, oh my gosh. If you're in cover three, you doing a jump jam, oh heck, nah, you're going to be right next to coach. I'm telling you that right now. All right, you got to remember your responsibility, right? You got to still do your job at the end of the day. So that's why I always say two-man. When you got help over top, yes, you can be aggressive and go do it, right? Cover two, when you're in the corner at the flats, you playing outside leverage, you could do a jump jam right there. I coach a wide receiver also. Anytime player wants to jump jam, tell him, let's see, grab and wrist and toss it. Yeah, and so I'll tell you this. That's a good point, coach. I'll tell you in college when wide receivers did that, right? I mean, when DBs did that, our wide receiver coach used to tell them to literally grab the back of their pads and throw them, right? Just boom, quick and throw them, and it worked. It worked. You know what I'm saying? You want to be aggressive, and receivers are gonna see when they see you leaning forward, they know it's a jump jam, right? So you got to make sure that you time it. You got to make sure that you do not show it immediately. Play the hands. See? Now, this is the thing. You see the ball, go get it. Find a way to go get it. He's waiting. We can't really tell where he's at, honestly, this angle, so I'm not going to say too much. But if you're going against a bigger receiver and you see the ball, this is the time where you have to adjust and go make that play. If you know you can make the play. Now, this is another thing. If you can't make the play, quickly make this decision. Okay, I'm playing the receiver's hands. Now, the receiver probably, pushed him a little bit, so we didn't see it. There goes Mac. There goes your man's. Somebody in here said Williams is the man's. Let's see what he doing. Good. Just let go a little bit. Not bad. Let's see if he throw it. No flag. Not bad. So, good right here. Now, this is what I would say. Get down a little bit lower in your press, right? but good strike. Good strike and get ready to kick. He strikes, his feet kind of stops right here. Right? Strike and push and kick. Right? Still in great position though. Still in great position. Now just be careful with this. This part right here. Right? Especially when you get to the lead. A lot of the times the referee's going to call this. But I like the finish. Good job. Referee ain't call it. Live for another day. Let's see. Hold on. Where should your eyes look at in press? The hips. I look at the hips. I like to look at the near hip. So if I'm playing inside leverage, I'm looking at that near hip. The nearest hip to me. That's what I'm looking at. Right? Some people look at the back foot to the hip. Now, the reason why I don't do that is just because it gives my eyes to move too much. And I got ADHD. Once my eyes start moving all over the place, it's over. Right? So I make sure that my eyes, I lock in on one spot. And then if my eyes wander, it's not too far from where it needs to be. You get what I'm saying? Now, right here, sit. Don't pedal. Not bad. Not giving out too much grab. Hands. Don't grab, though. Don't grab. Trail. Play the hands. See, now, this is another thing a lot of DBs do when they're in catch. They duck their head. He ducks his head. He buries himself. Now he's out. You know what I'm saying? He's not really looking at anything. Now we got to reset our eyes to where it needs to be. You still want to hit. If you're going to play catch, strike, boom. Strike, boom. Keep your eyes down to hit and get ready to run them. But don't bury yourself in there, right? And now you have to reset your eyes. And now that's going to hurt us right here. Now remember, you got inside leverage. If you're in a trail technique, still remember your leverage, right? Don't get to a position where you give the receiver a two-way go. You're right behind him. Shade to your leverage, right? Shade to your leverage. One focus. Yes. Yep. Exactly. Hold on. Let me see. Can you talk about more of the wide receiver? This is a DB page, brother. I ain't talking about wide receivers really, right? The reason why is because I don't coach wide receivers. I don't want to say the wrong thing, so I stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? But should you be looking at the wide receiver or QB in zone? Okay, so in zone coverage, depending on the zone, right? You want to have enough distance where you can see the whole picture. This is how I'm gonna break it down to you to a T. Right? You got to have enough distance so you can see the whole picture. So if I have deep third, I want to have enough distance. And if it's multiple, let's say there's two receivers in my zone. I want to have enough distance where I can see number one in my peripherals. I can see number two and read the QB. So I have to have enough distance, right? I can't do that if number one is on my hip and number two, you know what I'm saying? I have to have enough distance where I can see him. Okay, I see number one. I can see in my peripherals. I can see number two through the QB, right? But that's why it's important that you got to make sure, right? Yes, QB through the receiver. Yes, you got to make sure you have enough distance. So a lot of times when people do cover three bail, right? Press bail on cover three. That's why they bail a little bit early, right? You don't want to bail. If you got cover three and you bail it on the snap and you got two receivers, what happens if number two gets a clean release? Right? Nobody touch him. He's faster than number one. He's gone. You got to be over top of that, right? So you got to bail a little bit early so you can get a head start for that. And then you can see number two. If number one sits, that's not your responsibility in cover three. Then you keep sinking. You see him sit down. You see number two, and you're reading the QB, right? Film Weekly will let you know your distance. Yes, exactly. Absolutely, coach. Absolutely. Know your opponents. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. What to do against an aggressive wide receiver that shock releases? Okay. Good question. Hold on. So, aggressive wide receiver, right? You know he's aggressive. He's going to try to get hands on you. Biggest thing is you do not You got to make sure your weight is over your toes, right? You don't want to ever get on your heels. You get on your heels, he pushes you, it's GG's. So you have, and then you want to have a good pad level. You don't want to be high. You want to make sure you're nice and low. Now, the thing is this, guys. If you know he's aggressive, give yourself a little bit of distance. Don't line up too close to him where he can just easily push you. Be about 1.5 yards. And now, move your feet and get ready to strike, right? But if you're really close to him, it's easy for a receiver to just give you a shock release and go. But if you give yourself a little bit of distance, right? Little bit of distance, 1.5 yards, he's going to have to really lunge to shoot at you, right? And by the time he's lunging, you already know. You're giving ground already. You're in better position. But if you line up close, instantly, he's going to get your hands on you. Hit him with it. For real. Facts, coach. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. My fault, y'all. My fault. Let me just do this real quick. Let's finish this real quick. My fault, you guys. Bear with me. Let's finish this real quick. All right, we good. All right. We good. Patient. Shooting the wrong hand, right? If you shoot the wrong hand, your hips locked automatically. So now there's no kick step anymore. Now you just have to turn and run. And what happens when that happens? You lose a step. Got to keep your eyes disciplined. See the hip drop. Don't grab. Yep, we know, ref. We know, Mr. Ref. You're going to throw it. Yes, we know. Keep your eyes disciplined. That's a good catch. Oh, he dropped it. Coach told it. I was like, see right here? Watch this DB. Look at his feet right here. His weight shift back right here. See how his weight is shifting back? You want to keep your weight forward. So now you can shoot with power. But if your weight's back, you can't shoot with power, right? And you have to instantly open up. And now look at the separation right there. You always got to understand angles and press, guys. Angles, kick, 45. That's why they say kick step 45. A lot of times I like to adjust it to 20 degrees because now that really widens him. But kick 45, boom, get hands on him, get to him, especially down here. The more space you have away from the receiver, the easier it is for the quarterback to make the throw. Because now he's not worried about you anymore. But if you're in phase with him and you in phase with him, you running with him, there's less space because he's in the goal line, he's in the end zone, so there's less space. Now he has to throw the ball that is not going to directly be in line with you, right? Because you're in the way. You get what I'm saying? Let me see. How to tackle big running backs and a lightweight corner. Low target tackle, cousin. Low target tackle. See the near hip, near shoulder, near leg. Hit, drive your feet, wrap. That's going to be very important. Wrapping. I got a whole video on the YouTube channel how to tackle like an elite DB. Check that video out. It will break it down to a T. But low target tackling is going to be your best friend. Shifting his weight back right here. Not bad, though. Not bad. Get ready to kick. Good. Hand. I like it. Okay. Man turn. Chest to chest. Go make that play. Make the play. I love it. From start to finish. Listen, one more time, DJ. One more time. Let that thing play. Patient. Stay square, kick. Get hands on. Chest to chest. Play the ball. Find the ball and man turn. Chest to chest. Locate the ball. Attack the ball. This is what I'm saying. You're going against a taller DB. The DB attacks the ball first. He sees it, attack it. Right? Don't let it wait for it to come. Nah, go attack it. Right? That's going to help you a lot. Yeah. No, he's been doing his thing, man. He's been doing his thing. Going against a tight end, sit. Don't give up too much ground. Let's see if he gives ground. Sit. Don't give ground. Patient. Back inside. Drive on it. Go make the play. Good. I would have sat a little bit more. I think he's giving a little bit too much ground. I would have sat more. There goes your cousin Mac Wood. And I'll tell you guys, when it comes to one-on-ones, guys, man, especially you go to these camps, get as many reps as you can. I can't stress this enough. Don't be the DB that's sitting in the back waiting to get reps. Nah, because there's going to be somebody just going to keep getting reps. They're going to keep getting reps, keep getting reps, keep getting reps. And you're going to get limited reps. You got to understand this, guys. Coaches are going to remember the kids that get a lot of reps, that show a lot of good stuff. They're going to remember all the good stuff. There's going to be bad things here and there, but if you have a bad rep, they're going to look at how do you respond. Okay, damn, he got beat. All right, let's see. But they like you, right? They're recruiting you. They like you. Damn, he just got beat. All right, let's see how he responds. That's what he's thinking right now. How is he going to respond? So that next rep, he's going to be locked in on you, right? And then you ball out. Okay, good play. Good play. Next thing, you go back out there again. You ball out. You make a great play. So now they're remembering all this stuff. Oh, he messed up one play, but the next two plays, he played great. He corrected himself. He knew what he messed up on, and he was great at it, right? So you got to understand that don't be the guy that have 2 good reps and then that's it. Because there's going to be so many other people have so many reps, right? So make sure you're getting a lot of reps on one-on-ones, especially at these camps. Very important. All right. Helmet on heel and watch him hop when he gets up. Have your head up and see that the running back. Yeah. Many running backs see you. Yep. Helmet on. Yep. Get on low. Jump over you. Before you see plays with eyes looking at the turf. Yep. That's true. That's very true. That's very true. Patient. Good finish. Now, all I would say is just get a hand on him right here. Right? Not bad. I could tell you expected him to do something else because he started to slow down here waiting. But this is the thing right here. You got to be careful, guys. Right here, you got to know, all right, I'm going to man turn, play the ball, and I'm sticking with it. Don't go here and you're in the end zone and then you look for the ball because now you're not going to find, you don't have time to find the ball. But he does a good job playing through the receiver's hands, right? So just stick with it. All right, if I'm man turn, I'm sticking with a man turn, and I'm just going to play through the receiver's hands, right? Good finish. I like it. Drive. Good. Go play the route. See, this is another thing. We got to recognize route. Here. See, he's like, all right, chest, go find the ball. Get chest, look up for the ball, and go make the play. Don't just wait for him. Especially if you're going against a tall receiver, a receiver that's bigger than you. This right here, you got to recognize the route. Okay, chest to chest, find the ball, let me attack it. But if you get chest to chest and you're waiting for him, he's still bigger than you. He's going to go up and get it, right? You're in great position. Go be the receiver and go make the play, right? I like the fact that this guy's getting a lot of reps, though. I like it. Staying square. Don't open the gate too much. Don't open it. Get to him. Not bad. But see how he's opening right there? I wanted more of an angle. I'm more of an angle this way, 45. So now he's actually widened. The receiver's going wide, right? He kind of opened up, but I like the finish. Yes, I do agree. Coach. Been watching you for years. You helped me a lot. Yes, sir. Oliver, I appreciate you, cousin. Appreciate you, man. That means a lot, man. Thanks for watching and, trusting everything I do, cousin. Appreciate it. Let me see. We good? We good? I bet. This is not him, right? That's not the same DB. Oh, he made a mistake. It's the same. Yeah, he made the same too. Okay, so it's not Upton. Not bad. So this is what I always say. Stay square. He does a great job staying square. But now you got to know where you at. Don't give too much ground. Stay within your striking zone, right? I always say this. Stay within your striking zone. Because now he's getting ready to break. You in your striking zone. Boom, you can break and get to the upfield shoulder. But now we're out of our striking zone a little bit. And we're out of position. Now just tag him. You know what I'm saying? So understand. Stay within your striking zone. Know where you at. Slow it down. The closer you get to the end zone, the more you want to sit. Right? Good. Just feel that. Just know. Honestly, in this situation, he's running like this, getting ready, because you got the end zone, the end line as help. Get ready to start working to slip the hip, right? Slip the hip. That's kind of, I hate these routes in one-on-ones. It's actually kind of, it's tough. You're gonna go against it, but it's one of those one-on-one routes. It's like, all right, what are we doing? Good job. Let's see if they throw it. Nah. Don't bury your head. See, right here he buries his head. See it. Referee might have caught it. We don't know. But he got the job done. Yeah, I do, Sean, on the YouTube channel. I got understanding wide receiver splits and alignments. I got what's it called? How to think like an NFL DB. Those 2 videos on the YouTube channel explains it a lot. Any players on here watching, applaud you put in the time to go to yes. Education off the offseason. For real, coach. For real. For real. Like, that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, you got to understand the information is out there, guys. You got to make the decision to go learn and get better. He's just not look. So right here, we're good. Want him to sit a little bit more. He's giving a little too much ground. Still in good position. Man turn. Find the ball. Now he's looking back instead of looking up for the ball, right? Because look what he does. He looks back, and then now he's trying to look up. It's too late. Instantly, you get hit chest to chest, you got to look up. You cannot look back and then go up, because by the time you look back and then go up, the ball's already over your head. Look up immediately. As soon as you get chest to chest, look up, because now you know where the ball is at, and you are going to adjust to find the ball, right? Should you always get hands-on when not in zone? If you're impressed, there's certain technique, there's certain situations where like a switch up technique is to not get hands-on, right? You could do that. Impress, right? Just to switch it up, but you don't want to consistently do that, because now receivers are gonna get used to that and they're gonna find a way to beat that, right? So you got to understand that. Now, in zone, depend, right? It depends on what your responsibility is in zone. If you got cover 2 to the flats, you get hands-on and you force them inside, yes. Cover 3, you don't want to necessarily get hands on them unless it's the only receiver there and you can get a quick jab and run with them, right? Now, in man, if you're playing off man, you don't really need to get hands on. Now, if you're in the goal line or near the goal line, yes, you can get hands on a chest to chest, or you're playing catch technique, right? Then you can get your hands on them, right? Hey, Sean, know the situation and down. Again, film on your opponent, help understand, predict. That's is how your DB coach comes up with the calls week in there. Yes, Absolutely, coach. Absolutely. I appreciate you, coach. I appreciate you a lot. I don't know if it will be on here, but how you play the diamond release. Ooh, I got you, cuz I'm going to break it down for you real quick. I'm going to break that thing down for you. All right. If you're impressed in the diamond release, right? Let's see if this is it right here. Hold on. No, he just goes inside. All right, so what is the receiver going to do? He's going to try to give you a move, take you outside, take you a little bit outside more, cut underneath you. Now, this is how receivers run the diamond release. I'm going to break it down to you to a T, guys. All right, if I'm a receiver, think of now we are a receiver right now. So think like a receiver right now. If you're going against a DB and you want to hit him with a diamond release, right? You give him a move at the top and you go outside. Now he's thinking you're going outside immediately, right? So now as you're going outside, you're reading the receiver. Reading the DB. If he's two over top, instantly, your first time he's two over top, you're going right underneath you. If he's in great position, right, and if he's still moving with that inside hip of me, if I'm moving here outside and he's inside shade and the inside hip, now we're kind of in a tough situation, right? So what a receiver would do is he give you another move, right? So you got to understand that. So you got to understand here, boom, give you a move, boom, out here. Oh, he's in great position. Let me take him a little bit more, like that video that Stephon Diggs was talking about. Let me take him some more. Boom. And then come back underneath. Because now receivers know a lot of DBs are not going to fall for the first move, right? It's always the second move that get us, right? So you got to understand. So if I'm staying square, now we're in DB. We're in the DB, right? I'm staying square. Boom, boom. He gives me a move. He goes outside. I shoot my hand, right? I'm staying inside leverage. That hand right there is going to help you against a diamond release. You shoot that hand. He's going to knock it down. He's going to try to continue to go outside a little bit more. If I kick step and adjust my angle and he tries to come back inside, I'm in great position. But once I'm over top and he has underneath room, he's going to get me every time. See, that's why that kick 45, kick step comes in. Because if you cross over, boom, instantly, he got you. Instantly. But if we here, kick stepping, oh, you want to come back inside? Boom, we're right there with him. Right? So you understand that the footwork is very important. Kick stepping is very important. That's going to help you against that diamond release. Once you cross over, boom, hit you with a diamond release, you have to speed turn. You have to speed turn and you're beat already, right? So you got to understand that as a DB, that kick step against a diamond release is very important. Hope that answers your question, Jalen. Whew, that was a lot. Hold on. Damn, ran out of water. All right, let's get it. Oh, that's the end of the video? What video is this? Good, bad, or ugly. Okay, what? Oh, that was 1 hour. Damn. DBs, if you want to understand wide receiver patterns and releases, look up First Down Training. Yes. Grand Show wide receiver, how to play. Yep. That's a good page. I follow that page. I follow a couple good receiver pages just to know what they're doing, you know. I try to, and that's the thing, guys. You got to understand when you're on like social media, take advantage of it. I know social media, people get lost in social media and everything, but there's also a lot of good things in social media that you can learn from. Coaches are putting out great information. Trainers are putting out great information at different positions. Receivers, diamond release, split release, all that stuff. I'm looking at all those releases. I'm like, okay, he gave me a split release. All right, if I'm playing inside leverage, it's not necessarily a split release, really. He's trying to do a split release to create a two-way go. But if I'm inside leverage, I still have him to make sure he goes one way, right? Diamond release. Oh, he's trying to make me move outside. He's trying to show that he's going vertical immediately and sit and go back inside. But if I kick step and I move with him, right, and move with my leverage, move with that inside hip, I'm going to be in great position. I'm going to be a closed door, and he's going to have to go through me to go inside. Right? Now, if he gets me with a speed release, oh, what is he doing at speed release? Oh, instantly I got to know. All right, what do receivers do at speed release? A lot of times they start to lean before they go to speed release, right? So I can make sure I move with that hip. He starts to lean. I adjust my kick step. Getting ready to adjust my kick step a little bit higher to go and meet him at a point. All that stuff. So I'm looking at these trainers teaching receivers all this stuff, all the drills that they're doing, I'm putting myself in that situation. All right, if he does this, what am I going to do? If he does this, what am I going to do? How is he going to counter if I do this? So I'm doing all that stuff as I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Whew. All right, make sure y'all sub to the YouTube channel if you haven't. Lots of great information. A lot of new followers that just happened on TikTok and IG and everything. Make sure to follow us on the YouTube channel. It's Team Eyeland, spelled the same way on all our platforms. So make sure to watch those videos. I just posted a video last week. What was the video? Elite Ultimate Zone Coverage for Corners, something like that. Right, check that video out. Lots of great information for all the coverages and for corners and zone, what to do and all that stuff. All right, but okay. Okay, Chris, you got some question. What about when the receiver keeps pushing off? Should you start holding? So this is the thing, guys. And unfortunately, referees ain't going to call when the receiver push off. So put that in your mind, that referee is never going to call it when the receiver pushes off. So what do we have to do? We have to counter it. Sometimes we might pull. They might still call the PI on us. But this is the key, guys. When receiver gets that full extension, knock the hand down. You got to immediately knock the hand down. And I tell people, when you see that hand, you feel that hand on you, and it's up here on your shoulder, knock it down, grab the rest, and pull yourself in. Quickly. It can't be like this and like you holding it. No. Quickly pull yourself back in. Right? Now, if they're breaking, they push, we pull. Right? So as they push, don't pull like, make it obvious. Keep it close. As long as you keep it close, guys. Hold on. There might be some referees in here. As long as you keep it close, guys, I'm telling you, they're not going to really see it as often. They might still call it here and there, but it's not going to be as often. So keep everything close with you. So if the receiver get full extension, knock it, pull yourself back in quickly. Do everything quick, right? There's somebody Uber coach. Hey, coach, I just you're for real though. You know what I'm saying? Make everything quick and tight, right? Stay in phase. That's why I always tell guys, when you're running with a receiver, especially a fast receiver, as you're running, hit his hip. You're close enough, hit his hip, right? Hit his hip. Make him not get full extension like this when he's running. That's going to be huge, right? So all that stuff plays a huge role. And you got to understand that there's drills, work drills like that. I gotta find that video. Tennessee Titans were working a drill where it was a receiver and a DB. And all they were doing is jogging. The receiver's pushing, he's pulling himself back in. Receiver's pushing, knocking his hand down. Those type of drills, you got to work those situations too, so you could easily, finesse that, make it quick, all that stuff, right? All right. But I'm going to end the stream on that note. Make sure to sub to YouTube channel. Follow us on all our platforms, IG, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch. Sub to the YouTube channel. Drop a like on the last video we posted on IG, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. Please drop a like, share with everybody. I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe. I will be streaming again tomorrow. I know I say this every time. I'm trying to stay consistent. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow. All right? Especially if they got some good stuff that we can watch tomorrow. Tomorrow might be the day where if you got film that you want to share, that you want us to watch together as a DB family, DB community, right? Just DM it to me when the stream starts. DM it to me and we go to the link. Make sure it's on Huddle or YouTube. I'm not going to go check videos on Twitter or the DMs or not. Nah, either Huddle or YouTube. We're going to watch it together, break it down. I will give you my review, right? And then I'll tell you what you can work on. If you need to move this clip here, move this clip there, all that stuff, and it gets you. And you never know. Could be a coach in there watching. There's been a couple of times where somebody saw a kid's film and he started recruiting them just from that. So you never know what could happen. Thank you. I'll be back next time. Yes, sir. Jalen, appreciate you. No problem. No problem. Sean, no problem. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Y'all stay safe. Peace.